Hey everyone, so in today's video I'm going to be talking about Fortnite OG because I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube and a lot of people seem to really hate it, and I've seen some positive feedback, but overall it seems pretty negative. So you might be looking at the title and saying, what do you mean it's fine? Like, is it good? Is it really bad? So I'm going to discuss that today. This is really just a discussion video, so if you disagree with anything I say, that's perfectly fine. Just don't be rude about it in the comments. That's really all that I ask, but feel free to disagree. Let me know your opinions on the season 1 that we have right now, and let me know how you think it's going to go in the future. So first of all, I want to talk about some positives because this video is mainly negative, to be honest, but there is still a decent amount of highlights. So it is relatively faithful to chapter 1 season 1. It has to be honest, I wasn't actually playing the game in season 1 from chapter 1, so I don't really know, but it seems like the guns are pretty faithful. It seems like the actual guns that were in that season, so I don't really have any complaints when it comes to that side of things. Overall, I think that the weapon selection is pretty good. I was sort of wondering if snipers were going to be there because I like removing snipers. So far, they are there from what I've seen, so I'm hoping that they will stick around. Gameplay-wise, I will mention this in the negatives a bit more, but the gameplay is just current Fortnite gameplay, which sucks a little bit. In terms of something that I want to mention that is a positive, I really like the map. I know it's not really that hard to do because it's just an existing map. It would be an issue if they weren't using this map, but I like the locations quite a lot, and it makes you sort of realize that the locations from the later chapters, a lot of them aren't as good, especially ones from Chapter 3, 4, 5. Chapter 6 I actually think is a bit better. It's so far my favorite chapter since probably chapter 2. But still, the main locations aren't that great. But in this little map here, I think that they're pretty solid. It definitely makes me wish I started playing the game when it first came out. I think that there are a decent amount of positives. One that I like, that's a small thing, but I find it weird that they actually did it because they didn't do a lot of other things to make it feel like the original season. That when you win, which I haven't experienced yet because there's a lot of people playing it right now, but when you win, the victory royale thing pops up, but it's not the new one, it's the old one that used to pop up. At least from what I've seen some videos and stuff, so it could be like edited, but I'm pretty sure it isn't. So I like that it makes it feel like you are actually playing chapter 1 season 1. Overall, in terms of the positives, there aren't all that many. I mean, the game's still pretty fun. The map's pretty cool. I like the guns. There's small little details that they've added, which I'll make sure to pop up on screen if I remember to mention more of them. But overall, I think that this so far is okay. It's not amazing. I do like that they made the lobby how it was back then, with just like that blue background instead of the map of the game being the background like in later chapters. That's pretty cool. I really like that they put the effort into doing that. I don't really know how difficult it is to do that, but I appreciate that they, went to the effort to actually do that. In terms of some negative things, I have a couple. So the first thing that I want to discuss is just that the movement is not OG at all. It's like when they brought back OG for chapter 2 and chapter 1. The movement wasn't OG, it was just the map and the guns. That's the same case here. Some people were saying that like animations, like you wouldn't be able to run, sprint, like the graphics might even get changed. I highly doubted that when I got told that. But yeah, I mean, I didn't expect it, but I was sort of hoping that that would be the case, at least with the animations graphics wise. I never really expected that because that's a lot of effort to go to for this mode. Even though a lot of people are playing it, still that's a lot of effort to go to. And Epic, of course, are working on a bunch of other stuff, so they can't really focus on, making the graphics worse, technically, even though a lot of people, and including myself, sometimes prefer the older graphics. That takes a lot of time, so they didn't do that. I didn't really expect that, but I thought that they would maybe remove things like the jumping, the sprinting, and all the new stuff they added in chapter 6, but from what I've seen, that is not the case. From what I've played, which isn't that much, to be honest, I probably played maybe 5-6 hours of this new sort of mode, and yeah, it's literally just chapter 6 movement, which, look, it isn't the biggest deal, but it does sort of ruin the immersion in a way because it's sort of taking us back to the very first instance of this game being playable, and it just doesn't really feel like it. It feels like chapter 6, but on a new map with some old guns. Like, that's really what it feels like. In terms of the actual people playing it, I'm not going to complain about there being sweats and stuff, because you can just find that on every Instagram comment section that Fortnite posts. But the game, in my opinion, whenever they bring back OG, it's got less fun each time. When they brought it back for the first time for Chapter 1, back in, 2023 now, that was really, really fun. I enjoyed that. It was really good. And that is what got me into the game, sorry. You'll notice this is very unscripted. That's what got me back into the game. I found it really, really fun. Chapter 2's was okay. I didn't love it, to be honest, but it was fine. And this one isn't really limited time. This is sticking around. Look, Season 1, probably out of the whole of Chapter 1, probably isn't the best one or anything. That's probably Season 2, 3, 4, 5. I reckon those are probably like the best ones. But still, this is a pretty decent look at the season. I just think that there is a lot of issues at the moment that I reckon they need to look at. As I said, the weapons, like, that's fine. I like the effort they put into the game, like with some small little things like the lobby and stuff like that. Like, that's all pretty good. Alright, so now let's do... There's some birds outside. I don't know if you can hear that over the music. It's bloody annoying. Bro, shut up. Anyways, I'm talking to animals now. Anyways, the Battle Pass. It is okay, I guess. I know it's sort of meant to look like older skins, like different variants, kind of. I'm not the biggest fan of it, to be honest. I like that they've added a pass for it. I didn't really expect that, and apparently we're getting one for each season, so that's pretty cool too. But yeah, it's fine. Pretty standard. In terms of the fact that I'm pretty sure it costs 1,000 V-Bucks, which to me is a bit of a rip-off because we're getting way less than in the normal Battle Pass, so I reckon this one should be like maybe 650 or something instead of 1,000. The regular one being 1,000, I'm not the biggest fan of, but it's not the biggest deal. Like, it's just an extra, well, I think it was 950, so it's just an extra 50, which isn't the biggest deal, but still not the biggest fan of that change. But with this one, it just seems like a bit of a rip-off, and it definitely makes people want to buy the Fortnite crew more, because then you get all the passes in one. Not cheaper or anything, but still. Yeah, the pass is fine. I don't really have any issues with it. The game, I will say, as I said, I didn't play Season 1, but it doesn't really make me feel like how I felt playing OG just back in December or November, whenever it was, in 2023. That was a lot more fun. And yeah, I know the map wasn't the same. I'm excited when they bring back that map, which I'm pretty sure was, maybe it was like Season, I think it was 5 or 3 or something. That map was really, really cool. So I'm excited for when they get up to that. But for now, it just seems like a bit of a bare bones mode. There's a lot of people playing. Like, on the first game I landed, everywhere I looked there was people landing. I had to land just on a random road and I died within like 20 seconds. So I haven't had the best experience. I have come second before in duo, so I'm getting there, as you guys would know if you've watched my videos before. I'm bloody awful at Fortnite. Like, I'm not good. I have no idea why I make videos on it, to be honest. I'm abysmal at it, but I enjoy the game for the most part. I will say that I'm enjoying the game a lot less when I play this mode, which again is probably down to the people playing it. Also, again, because I'm bad, so that's a bit of a factor too. But overall, my thoughts are it's okay. There's some positives to it, and I think that they did a pretty decent job taking a look at Season 1 and coming back to it. But I'm hoping that they do a bit better with the upcoming seasons, which I generally regarded as being better. So I'm somewhat excited, but there's still stuff that they need to work on, in my opinion. So let me know what you guys think, and consider subscribing for more Fortnite videos. Most of them are going to be scripted, or a lot more so than this. This one was just sort of getting stuff off my chest. So hopefully you enjoyed this type of video, and I hope you have a great day, everyone.